Hi, I'm Tracy with Legacy Woodworking Machinery. As you already know, Legacy Woodworking Machinery builds the most versatile, most powerful woodworking CNC you can buy. With the 3 integrated CNC workstations, you can automate more woodworking processes than any CNC on the market. That's a bold statement, but it's true. But that brings up kind of a dilemma, a conundrum, if you will, in that because it is so versatile, the training can be intense. So today we're going to talk about training and how to get the most out of your CNC. Let's get to it. Okay, so we're going to start by opening a browser, and we're going to go to legacywoodworking.com. And I would highly recommend that you bookmark this page so you can get to it quickly and easily, because this is where you're going to go any questions you have on the training. Right? Now there's 2 sections that you can go to. Obviously you can look at the products, you can look at through the workstations, the disciplines, and everything that we do. But for the training, there is 2 different sections. There's the CNC training and the CNC workshops. And let me explain the difference between the 2. If you go to CNC training, it's going to have these courses with these training videos step by step on how to learn to operate your machine. And we'll go through this in just one second. If we go to the workshops, these are actually classes and workshops that we've done live. Over 100 different classes that doing everything you can imagine in techniques, programming, projects, answering questions, and so on. So you can come through and browse all of this and learn whatever you want there. It's very useful, and we'll continue to do that. And if you fill out this form right at the top and put your question in here, if you have a challenge you can't figure out, submit it. And we'll contact you, and we will produce a workshop specifically for your question. Now, as far as the CNC training goes, you're going to come back here. All right, and up here at the first you'll see that there's actually training scheduled for August 28th and 29th, and then September 25th and 26th. Now those are our monthly hands-on training. You can come to our facility free of charge and take that training, right? But I guarantee once you get here, you're never going to remember everything that we teach you in these classes. 2 days of instruction. It's a lot of instruction. So if you come down here just a little bit farther, you'll see the CNC Training Boot Camp. And if I open this up, you can see there's the 2-day CNC training. And so if we go to that section, it's this right here. Well, here's the first class that we're going to review from the hands-on workshop. It's setting up the horizontal workstation. Now you can just click on the video and do it right here, or you can click on this tab down here at the bottom. And once you do that, it's going to open up this page, and of course you can view the video here. But if you look through this, it's going to explain what you're going to find in this video. Okay? For example, it has the orientation of the machine and understanding the axes, powering on the machine and initializing the controller, referencing the axis and zeroing the machine, warming up, accurately mounting the workplaces, loading G-code, understanding work offsets, and so on and so on and so on. And it'll explain the main purpose, and then there's certain takeaways that you're going to get from this video. So you can come in here and watch the video. Down here it'll say, in this case, remember this checklist. These are the things that you'll need to do. And then it has a timestamp of the entire video. So if you've watched it, but you want to come back and study the work offsets, then you can go here to 510 through 740, or 510 through 540, explanation of work offsets and their importance. Okay, loading and running a code, removing and part removal and shutdown, okay, and so on. And then down at the bottom, you're going to actually find the full video transcript, which you're welcome to print this out, but this has everything and time stamped as well for the entire video. Right? The last thing I'm going to show you is that right up here, project files. If there are files that go along with the class, you can download them here. So for example, I'm going to click on the Delta C operations checklist, because we talk about it in this video. Okay, so if I come up here and I say, hey, let's open that. It's a PDF, all right? And here's the actual checklist. I don't need you. Here's the actual checklist that you'll need to do as you run the machine. It's kind of like flying an airplane. You go through a checklist so you don't forget anything. Do it all correctly. How to start up the machine. Okay. Once you start up, you're going to choose one of the work offsets, or the workstations rather. So for example, if you were going to do turning, you'd come down here to turning, and it'll have the checklist, exactly what you need to do in order to press cycle start and cut your part. Okay? So this is extremely handy, especially when you first get started. So if I click on CNC operations, for example, I can click on the Delta controller, for example, or the Mach 3 controller, and it's going to bring me to here. And I can actually see the overview, and I can click on the see the course material. Now occasionally you click on one of these and it's not going to have a lot of the information, it's just going to have the video. Okay, so in this case you'll watch the video and then you can either watch the next one or you can watch the overview, which is the previous video. Okay, now as we go through these, we'll continue to update these videos to include the checklist and the transcript and the linked files if necessary and so on. And we'll even be doing that for the workshop as well, so you'll be able to come in and look at specific workshops on specific subjects. Make it a lot easier rather than just watching the full video, and it'll have timestamps and everything else. Okay, so with that in mind, again, I'm going to highly encourage you to bookmark the Legacy site so you can come back to training anytime that you want and go through this anytime you need some help. Of course, if you get stuck, we do have a support ticket system that you can fill out and get assistance with your machine, or you can come in here and find most of the information without wasting time. If you're in the evening and we're not available, or on the weekend we're not available, you can come in here and review and find the information that you need. And with that, I'll see you in the next video.